Hey everyone, welcome back to the another episode of my podcast series. I'm Ankita Sinha, your coach and mentor on your journey for mastering communication, confidence, and leadership. I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to share today's trick because it's tiny but life changing that can help you unlock your productivity and potential starting right now. It's called the 2-minute productivity trick. And I promise if you understand it and actually use it, it can 10x your focus, reduce your stress, and free up your mental space for the work that truly grows your career. So let's jump in and I'll answer the most common questions I get about this simple trick. Most professionals feel overwhelmed because they carry hundreds of small, unfinished tasks in their mind. When you don't manage the small stuff, you can't focus on the big stuff, like upskilling, leadership, or strategic thinking. The truth is, productivity is not about doing more. It's about freeing your mind so you can do what truly matters. So let's start with the basics. What is this 2-minute productivity trick? The 2-minute rule is that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. No to-do list, no postponing, no overthinking. Just get it done and clear that mental space. And why does something so tiny matter? A lot of professionals ask me, Ankita, it's just 2 minutes. How does this help my entire productivity? And I always say this. Your brain is like your computer's RAM. When you have 20 tabs open, your system slows down. All those tiny pending tasks, for example, replying to a small short email, clarifying a quick doubt, sending a file, they're like open tabs in your brain. They drain your focus. When you close these tabs instantly, you release RAM. You feel lighter, clearer, and ready for deeper work. Does this mean I should do small tasks all day long? This is where people get stuck. Ankita, won't I get distracted if I keep doing small tasks all day? Good question. But here is the key. You don't let it break your focus time. I personally batch my day. When I check messages or emails, I apply the 2-minute rule. When I'm doing deep work, my notifications are off. So the rule works when you're already checking things, not when you're writing a strategy plan or working on a big client proposal. It's about intention and boundaries. And does this really help us in our career? Absolutely. It does. When I was leading a team, I used to feel overwhelmed by tiny follow-ups, status updates, small approvals, clarifications. When I delayed these, my team would get blocked. Deadlines would stretch, frustration would build. And when I started doing small things instantly, the entire flow improved. People trusted me more because I was not the bottleneck. They moved faster, and so did I. It taught me that leadership is about removing friction for others too. And what if you can't do it immediately? Sometimes you genuinely can't. Maybe you're traveling or you're in another meeting, but that's fine. In that case, just note it down. But be very honest. Is it really longer than 2 minutes? Or are you overthinking it? Most times, we think a task will take long, but it's just our brain avoiding it. Try timing yourself. You'll be surprised how quickly it really is. How should you get started? If I say today, let's make this super practical. Here's your action plan. Step 1 for today, observe. Notice all the tiny tasks you put off, replying, confirming, sharing a link, etc. Step 2 is apply the rule. If it's under 2 minutes, do it now. And step 3 is at the end of the day, ask yourself, do I feel clearer? Did my day flow better? When you see the impact, you'll want to stick with it. This will help you unlock your bigger potential. I want you to remember this. Your real growth doesn't come from doing busy work. Your real growth comes from learning new skills, communicating confidently, taking ownership as a leader, thinking strategically. When you clear the tiny task fast, you have mental space for these big career accelerating actions. The 2-minute trick is not just about time. It's about freeing up your best self for what really matters. So my challenge to you is simple. Try this for 7 days. Clear the small stuff in the moment. See how your mind, calendar, and confidence feel lighter. And tell me how it goes. I love hearing your wins. Message me on LinkedIn or Instagram or just comment below. Let's celebrate those small actions together. If you found this helpful, share this episode with a friend who needs it too. Remember, your career growth is not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things and clearing the clutter fast. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And I wish you clarity, courage, and unstoppable growth. I'll see you in my next episode. Until then, stay fearless and keep unlocking your potential and keep growing. Thank you.